Welcome back to Project Aviate. Today we're diving deep into a story that's rarely told, about an aircraft that defies expectations and challenges the limits of design, the Russian Beriev Be-200. It's not just an airplane, it's an amphibious marvel, a flying giant that can take off and land on both water and land, a rare engineering gem hidden from the spotlight of modern aviation fame. So buckle in because we're about to uncover the unseen giant, the B-200. As the sun rises above the shimmering ocean, the B-200 cuts through the golden sky like a silver arrow. Its twin-jet engines echo across the waves, and from this first glimpse you can already feel its power and grace. Unlike any other aircraft, it's equally at home on sea or air. Designed to survive harsh conditions, rescue lives, and fight fires, the B-200 is the kind of aircraft that doesn't just perform, it impresses with purpose. To truly appreciate it, we have to go back to its roots. The story begins in the heart of Soviet-era aviation design, where engineers from the Beriev Design Bureau worked tirelessly on blueprints for an aircraft that could operate beyond conventional limits. You can imagine the scene: large paper drafts sprawled across a hangar table, the air filled with the smell of oil and metal, and engineers sketching, debating, and envisioning an aircraft that could conquer both land and sea. In the 1980s and 90s, amphibious aircraft weren't new, but no one had attempted a modern jet-powered amphibian of this scale. Beriev engineers believed they could make one faster, stronger, and more versatile. Years of experiments, failures, and redesigns led to the creation of the B-200. When it finally took shape in the factory, massive, elegant, and unlike anything else, the workers knew they were witnessing something extraordinary. Inside the dimly lit assembly hangar, sparks flew, welders worked under the towering fuselage, and bit by bit, this mechanical giant was born. Then came the historic day, the first flight. As the B-200 rolled down the runway, its engines roared with authority. With a graceful lift, it soared into the clear blue sky, leaving a trail of mist behind. The aircraft didn't just fly, it announced itself. Russian engineers and pilots watched in awe as years of ambition came alive in motion. That moment wasn't just a technical achievement, it was the birth of a legend. But the B-200 story truly comes alive when it meets its element: water. Few sights in aviation are as mesmerizing as this massive jet gracefully descending toward the sea. As it touches the surface, water sprays dramatically around it, yet it remains stable and controlled. The design of its hull allows it to land and take off smoothly from open water, making it one of the very few aircraft capable of doing so with such ease. This ability gives it unmatched versatility, ideal for firefighting, search and rescue, and military missions across the world. Now picture a massive forest fire raging across the landscape. Smoke rises like thunderclouds. Suddenly, through the haze, the B-200 appears low, steady, and fearless. In one fluid motion, it releases a torrent of water enough to douse entire sections of forest. It can scoop up to 12 tons of water in just 14 seconds during a single pass over a lake or sea. This isn't just firefighting, it's aerial heroism. In scenes like these, the B-200 proves why it's a savior in times of disaster, capable of doing what few aircraft can. But its versatility doesn't stop there. In stormy seas, when ships are stranded and every second counts, the B-200 can descend onto rough waters, deploy life rafts, and perform search and rescue missions even in dangerous weather. The cockpit view during these operations is intense: waves crashing below, lightning streaking across the sky, yet the aircraft remains steady. Pilots rely on its reinforced structure, advanced navigation systems, and powerful engines to guide them through the chaos. There's also a side of the B-200 the world rarely sees: its military variant. Equipped with radar systems, tactical pods, and maritime patrol gear, it can serve as a surveillance and anti-submarine platform. Flying over icy Arctic terrain or patrolling coastlines, the B-200 plays a quiet but vital role in national defense. Its ability to take off from remote water bodies gives it strategic flexibility few aircraft possess. Step inside the cockpit, and you're met with a blend of modern avionics and Russian design toughness. Dual control columns, digital displays, and ergonomic seating reflect the aircraft's balance between complexity and practicality. From here, pilots command a machine that responds fluidly to both sky and sea. Behind the cockpit, the cabin can be transformed for various roles, from carrying rescue equipment and medical teams to transporting passengers or cargo. It's not just a plane, it's a multi-mission platform. When parked on the shoreline, the B-200's amphibious nature becomes even more striking. Half in water, half on land, it stands as a symbol of hybrid engineering, a bridge between air and sea. Its aerodynamic curves, high-mounted wings, and jet engines perched above the fuselage are not just design choices, they're answers to aerodynamic and hydrodynamic challenges that few dared to tackle. Of course, maintaining such a unique machine requires precision. In maintenance hangars, technicians inspect its reinforced hull and check every joint that faces the corrosive touch of seawater. It's a complex process, but one that keeps the B-200 ready for its next mission, whether that's fighting fires in Europe, conducting patrols in Russia, or performing rescue operations in Asia. In recent years, the B-200 has drawn attention from international organizations. Its firefighting missions in Greece, Portugal, and Italy have proven its global value. When disaster strikes, it doesn't matter what flag it carries, the B-200 is always ready to help. You can often see it gliding over the Mediterranean, releasing water with precision, its Russian engineering saving lives far from home. And then comes that moment of reflection, a close-up of its nose, gleaming under the rain with droplets streaming down the fuselage. You realize this aircraft isn't just a product of engineering, it's a story of resilience, innovation, and vision. The Beriev B-200 stands as a quiet hero of aviation, often unseen, but never unworthy of admiration. As the day fades and the ocean reflects the last light of the sun, the B-200 takes one final flight across the horizon. Its silhouette glows in the golden sky, a perfect fusion of technology and purpose. The words "an unseen giant," the B-200 revealed fade in as the sound of waves and engines blend together. It's a fitting end for an aircraft that has spent its life between the two worlds of air and sea. This is more than just a plane, it's a statement that true innovation often flies under the radar. And as we close this chapter, remember that the giants of aviation aren't always the loudest or the most famous, some are simply the most capable. Thank you for watching Project Aviate. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the B-200, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we uncover more unseen legends of aviation. Until then, keep your eyes on the sky because there's always another story waiting to take flight.